Hello guys and welcome to Cheek to Cheek. I'm Javier Funmier from Murphy's Magic, and let's take a look at what Cheek to Cheek looks like. So you already know that it's a card trick. They can technically take any card at all that they want. So, I mean, any card, let's say they take this one. So just go ahead and remember that card for me. Don't forget it. We'll place it somewhere in the deck. And I do want you to notice that the card truly is getting lost in the middle of the deck. But to make it even more impossible to find your card, I'll actually shuffle the cards, let's say, face up into face down. Just like this, face up cards into face down. That will create a mess. And we'll shuffle the cards. I'll even show you the shuffle so you see that that's a real shuffle. You can see face up cards going into face down cards clearly into each other. Just like this, no funny moves. I'll square everything up. I'll even show you one more time that all the cards are truly mixed. Now, if you do see your card here, it's completely okay, so it doesn't matter. All you have to know is that I have to snap my fingers and the magic happens, just like that. All the cards fix themselves. They're all now facing the same way, every single card except your ace of spades. And that's pretty much what the cheek-to-cheek effect looks like. So now let's take a look at how you can accomplish this effect. Let's learn the secret to cheek-to-cheek. So if you've already gone through your deck, you may have already seen some weird stuff going on in these cards. If you haven't, then I'll just show you. So these cards are going to be comprised of two different styles of cards. One, we'll call them regular cards. Those are going to be the ones that you are used to seeing, which they have the back design on one side, and on the other side they have the faces of the cards. So these we'll call our regular cards, and I'll set them right here. Then your other half of the deck will be comprised of specially printed cards called double backers. Okay, so those are back on one side, back on the other. So you're going to get half of the deck will be double backers, specially printed cards, and the other half will be regular cards. Now, to set up the trick, you'll need a Sharpie that matches the color of the back design that you have. So if you have red Sharpie. If you have a blue deck, you'll use a blue Sharpie. Okay? You'll just take any face-up card. So any one of your face-up cards you'll take. I've already done it to the King of Spades, but I'll show you, let's say, with the Two of Diamonds. So you just want to remember that you're secretly marking your Two of Diamonds. Only you know that you've marked the Two of Diamonds. And you'll see why we're doing this in a second. And there's a few different ways in which you can mark the card. As you can see here, with the card I previously had marked, you'll notice that I put 2 marks. It's because I want to show you the different ways in which you can mark it. But if you look at this top card, which doesn't have a mark, you'll see it has that little white line right there. I'll point with the marker right there. And I've colored that line with the marker on the bottom card. That's my marked card. So what you want to do is do the same thing. You just want to color that line to hide it. That way, when you don't see that line, you know that's your marked card. Now, that's one place where you can hide it. Another place that you can put your mark is right at the corner there. If you see right there the corner, you can just put a little dot on the corner, and now there's a break on those lines. So if you see that break when you're spreading through the cards, you will know that that's your marked card. Now, you want to do that to all sides. So choose whichever marking you want to use, whichever one you think you're going to be able to see better. That's the one you want to go with. I like the corner mark just because it's really, really visual and easy to see as you're spreading the cards. So you'll end up with a card that has those white borders marked off, just the corners, with your red Sharpie or blue, depending on which deck you have. Now, you're going to take your double backers. Those are going to go on the table. You're then going to take, I'm going to remove this card. You're then going to take your marked card, and you're going to place that marked card right on top of your double backers. You're then going to take all of the face-up cards, turn them face down, and put that right on top. So if we take a look at our setup, we have double backers. We'll have our marked card. I can easily find it because I just see the mark, so it's right there. And then all of these cards are face up. So anytime you want to perform cheek to cheek, this is how your deck should be prepared. Regular cards, your marked card, double backers, okay? Once you have that, you're ready to begin. So one way you can say, look, I have a bunch of cards here, and all you're doing is just showing some cards. All you're doing, so if you just say, look, I have some cards here, all you're doing is just showing some cards. You want to show that all the cards are different. What you want to make sure is that you don't go past half of the deck, because if you do, you're going to be showing double backers. You don't want to do that. You just want to show a few cards. Look, I have a bunch of cards here. In fact, why don't you go ahead and take one out? Now, when you spread to have them pick a card, right, you want to make sure that they pick it from the top of the deck. So you only spread the top of the deck. So if we're here, you can also, as you're spreading, you can see where that mark is. Like right now, I see that it's right there, so I'm not going to spread anymore. They can take any one of these cards. So let's say they take this one from the top half of the deck, which will be a regular card. Now, you're going to grab the card back from them and you're going to insert it in the bottom half of the deck, okay? So you're going to put it in the bottom half of the deck, which means the card is really going right there with those double backers. So you're putting their card with the double backers. This is obviously happening secretly. You just make sure you put it in there and push it all the way in. And now you can clearly show that the card is lost in the deck because you have no breaks, you're not holding anything. The card is truly lost. But to make it even more impossible, now you can go through the cards, and this is when you're going to take advantage of that marked card. So now you're going to say, to make it even more impossible, I'm going to go through the cards and I'm going to shuffle them face up into face down. All you're doing as you're saying that is spreading the cards, finding that mark, and all the cards above that mark, you're going to turn face up. The cards that you have left in your hand, you're just going to put them down. Do not reverse the order. If you reverse the order, when you spread it, it'll be face up. So you want to make sure you just place it down in the same orientation that the deck is at. Then you can spread them and say you're going to shuffle face up into face down, right? You're going to do a shuffle, riffle shuffle in this case. Now, if you want, you can spread the cards and show the actual shuffle. Then you can push them in, or you can have a spectator push them in, right? That way you can say, and remember, you shuffle the cards face up into face down, and then it'll just make the effect even stronger later. But let's just push them in. And here you can say, look, notice there's nothing funny going on. You can clearly see the cards going into each other. In fact, now you pick it up and you show, look, I'll show you one more time. Take a look, the cards are face up into face down. And now you're going to do the only one move you need to do in this routine, and it's not even a move. So you can ask them a question like, oh, how long do you think it would take for me to fix this? And then in that action, you just turn the deck over. So let's take a look at what happens. Here we're showing the cards face up into face down, right? We'll close it. And then we just relax and place the deck on the table. And that's going to reverse the order of the cards. When you reverse the order of the cards, something really cool happens. Because of the double backers, now when you spread the cards, every single card will be face down except their card. Because at the beginning, we placed it with those double backers, right? So now it's the only card that is not facing the other way. If you follow the instructions exactly like I told you, this will happen, okay? Just make sure you insert their selection at the bottom half, follow the instructions, and this will happen, okay? Super, super incredibly cool. Now, to reset, obviously you show their card, and there you go, the 10 of clubs. You can just put the card anywhere, and now that's it, you're done. So to reset, let's say you want to perform this trick again, it's super, super simple. All you have to do, you can't do it when all the cards are face down. That would be really, really difficult. So you want to turn them so that you see the mess. So once you can see the cards face up into face down, all you have to do is separate them. So you want to separate the face down cards from the face up cards. And once you have done that, you're going to be pretty much set and ready to perform again. There's only going to be one more thing that you have to do, and that is finding your marked card, placing that on top of your gimmicked double backers, and then just take the rest of your regular cards and place them right on top. And now, as you know, you're ready to perform cheek to cheek one more time. So there you go. Very, very simple to perform, incredibly powerful. Just go ahead and give it a try. You will see the amazing reactions that you will get. So go out there, start performing cheek to cheek, and we'll see you next time.